chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. In the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
Let the eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Aren't you lovely, Quentin? Embrace the music! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of Champion of the Realms Season 2. And today is going to be round 3, day 1, and the first match is very exhilarating. It's going to be between Team IGN and Impurity Esports. This is me, Sarah, alongside none other than the very beautiful Debbie.
Yeah, good evening, Sarah, and it's good to be back, right? And it's so wonderful to start this tournament for today with two big teams that we are familiar with, absolutely very familiar with. And it's gonna be a tournament regulars, IGN and Impurity Esports, one of the greatest teams that I've seen, but there might be a change up in their playing styles. But without further ado, we have to step right into this drafting phase because the teams can't wait because they are already banning out, respect banning here and there all the heroes. So we have to see for Impurity, they are onto the blue side and Izan onto the red side. Of the blue side, and in a way, we have a rest for Star respected if any will be taken away.
Exactly. So Impurity doesn't want to play around. They're going ahead and straight respect banning, respects picks, and that's what they're doing here. And Team IGN also they're going
Mm.
in with the standard meta bans, which are going to be the Matilda and the Juxian. A possible ban coming up in the next two could be the High Lost Kacha, or even they could ban out on Aaron's Granger or Harith. Anything is possible at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, I would vouch. I would vouch for a Granger ban because for Asian, it's always been around having that grandeur and always been performing so well onto that hero on top of its own. So maybe Impurity, if they did something of a homework, they could ban it out, or maybe they can try to trade it. So they have to completely forget it, and they have a focus onto the jungle again. The Joe has been banned out. Meanwhile, for IGN, they still have a choice. What could they go for here? Like the Golden Dominators, like you mentioned, the Gwenter or the Herald, or some another different heroes that like the Hylos too?
Exactly. So the Hylos is a very viable ban in the current meta. Bro just stands there in front of 10 people and he's going to be sustaining
Mhm.
all the damage coming in from the enemies. And here, Team Eigen
Yeah.
seems to be discussing it out among themselves, just finalizing that last ban. Is it going to be the Harriet, the Granger, or even some kind of a medley? But okay, they disregard everything and
Oh,
go ahead with that Hilda ban. What are you going to say, Debbie?
the Hilda ban. I feel like, the past 2 days I've been seeing a Hilda being picked or being banned completely. So this kind of open up the chance for Respect to go for something squishy into the jungle. Or there's a possibility still there. But then again, we cannot forget Impurity. They have the first pick here for Dark. Okay, Kelly is going to be blocking on onto the Surya. So they are prioritizing the jungle much earlier than the goal, So that means Aaron is going to be getting the hands on his Granger again.
Exactly. So here, Chosen insta locks on that high loss as we were mentioning, and even Aaron is on a comfort pick. So definitely he is going to be locking in on that Granger. Suyo, though, on the other hand, for the side of Impurity, definitely a very good pick, a very good jungle option at the moment. But then again, Respect definitely has those counter picks open. With the Joy being banned, the Alpha will still be open for him, and now that they have the high loss on the Revitalize, it definitely seems like a good option. But good pick coming in by Dark here though.
Oh,
That CC is going to be a very strong EXP lane.
that's I really like the CC being picked out here very early on still. But then again, if you do want to face out the Hylos, you can pick out the CC very much early. But I feel like Hylos is still a flex here because Muriel, I haven't seen Muriel play the Hylos much. It's actually into the hands of mostly into the hands of Joden. But then again, they can overturn this kind of draft too. So what could they go for here? If is the Hayabusa gonna be popping up here, or like you mentioned, the Alpha, it's still a valid choice because they cannot have a turn that they go for the mates into the last picks, right? So what should they do here?
Exactly. So Team IGN would be looking to give Rich the priority of the last pick because his mage is kind of a game changer for the side of IGN. And as I was mentioning, the alpha does get picked up
Mm,
as the third pick from
okay.
IGN, and now their roam or EXP, the gold and the jungle, is focused enough here. Meanwhile, Team Impurity, they do have their EXP, roam, and jungle locked in as well, and they will definitely be looking for that mid lane pick as well as the gold lane. Team IGN, though, here, I think they're going to be smart enough to ban out on the Irithel as well as the Herald so that they cannot counter the Granger. No, do you think?
Yeah. That's pretty accurate, I would say. Uh, on paper, theory, it's a direct counter for the Granger, and you do not want your Granger to be behind. So very understandable still, but the marksman bans, the goal in bans has been coming out on point, but still, Lucas is still available though. But Impurity does have a choice to pick out the Valentina too, right? Because they are yet to pick out their mate. So the choices are a little bit too far and wide, and maybe they can go for another city and still they have lost into their hands for impurity. They can deny and mid switch, or okay, what they're gonna be going for is Selena. I really like Selena. They're so big still. What do they go for here? Valentina or a Lucas or maybe something very, very different?
Exactly. If Mirio here locks in onto that Lucas in the EXP, Team Impurity will definitely have the advantage of picking up the Valentina in the mid lane. Even towards the gold, they still have the Moskov and Beatrix open, so they will really have to think this through. Which, though, here he might go in for that kind of a comfort pick, probably the Eve or the Novaria, as we have seen him play out in the tournaments. But it's definitely going to be the prod of the draft with the Hylos' glorious pathway and the Eve's real world manipulation. I think that's a pretty good combo.
Uh, you before I before that. I do not want to wait. So because
It does look like there's a slight bit of a technical glitch in the network, so we'll be coming right back to the draft at the moment. And Team Impurity, as we were mentioning, does lock in onto that Valentina as well as the carry for the goal lane. Definitely going to be melting down Chosen and Respect once she gets the Trinity build up. And now Mirio here is hovering over the Badang, a very viable EXP lane along with the Hylas is going to flickering in with those walls while Chosen lands the glorious pathway and which just combos it out with the real manipulation. Debbie, do let me know if you're back. And with that, the draft seems to be complete. Both of the teams had excellent drafts. IGN tilting a little bit towards their comfort picks, while Team Impurity completely following the meta with three very good meta picks, which is going to be the Suyo, the Garotkacha, and the CC. And with that, we will be heading right in towards the loading phase on the match in a few minutes. Everyone here, the drafts are looking very, very strong, and it's all going to come down to the team synergy because IGN they have a team fight kind of composition, while Team Impurity will be looking to take those pickoffs and take down the main damage dealers, which is Respect and Aaron from the side of IGN, before they actually make a difference in the team fights. And likely, the thing is, Dark is going to be going in with the CC onto the Granger very easily. And with that, we are on to the land of Dawn. We'll be right back with you. the match has resumed. Both of the teams are now very much thrilled in this best of one because it is going to be a very important match for either of these teams because if they are out, they go down and the winner proceeds towards the next round. That's what matters the most. And once again, we do have a little bit of technical glitches here. Please be patient as we fix those up and do not go anywhere.
Mhm. Right. Okay. Hello.
Yep, Debbie, it's good to have you back. Go for it.
It's fine. It's kind of funny. I was so flabbergasted by the drop, and I was just focusing on it, and I didn't realize my connection was not that good. But we have to go back into the serious position here because right now we have see the two big teams are being bumped up quite a lot, but the little one they are being secured by the red side by Izzy, and it's gonna be giving the lead for respect, right? So the mid focus is still gonna be there. The priority is for impurity here because the clearance is better for them. So the rotation is definitely gonna be better for impurity sports here, I guess.
Exactly. The early game rotation is going to be coming in by the Suyo, who will be a better option to deal damage and disengage from a major team fight. But on towards the mid lane, though, they really need to play safe because Witch is going to be the most annoying Eve that is out there and just poking everything out of Neko's Scream. And Joseph, he's just going to be there for the support, isn't he?
Yeah, that's gonna be the slowdown. That like a sitting duck who's talking on the damage, but then look at that.
Okay, we can see a little bit of a skirmish going on there, and which had to pop out his flicker really early. That's what a Suyo in the early game does to you, stealing away Respect's farm as well. And I do believe that now the turtle is going to be quite the easy pick for Team Impurity because Dark and Neko's Queen they both have their ultimates, and it will be an easy lockdown if Respect tries to go in alone among four people, which I don't think he's going to. And of course, it's going to be the easiest turtle
Oh.
but okay, the Valentina kind of seems to have used up her IMU with the Alpha Ultimate. Wasn't exactly necessary, but okay, quite a good of a deal in exchange for the turtle.
Yeah, that was a good start for the side of impurity here because they have an early game mural which needs a lot of snowball going on for them and especially onto that Surya, right? So they have to be up to their part in the way how they are managing their economy as well because at the end they are eventually not far behind because they are looking for trade everywhere and they are surely trying to focus onto the goal side too, just trying to provide aid for Aaron, not getting their gangs up here and there. But look at the mid side, and might be some trouble.
Okay, we could see the God of Kasha charging up for a possible engage, but having realized that, Respect and Chosen just seemed to back off from the evident danger. Muriel with a quick rotation on towards mid to get that little bit of EXP, and now they are both charging up towards the EXP lane. Dark seems to be a little bit in the oblivion as he's just trying to take down the EXP crab. But I do think he's in still a safe position because Muriel seemed to have backed
Mm.
off. And obviously, they don't engage right
Oh,
there.
yeah, that was a good steal coming out from Respect, and he's not gonna be far behind yet. So they are Aizen are still in a position where they can look for flanks still. But oh, look at that.
Oh, Alpha's charge coming in onto what got Kaja. The revitalized gets popped off. The real world manipulation by Valentina's and you was a quite good move to lock down the E. But Miro here with the walls using those
Oh,
fists to lock Kelly down. The curtain call locks down Muriel and Witch, and they will have to back off. Still a 0 for 0 on the scoreboard. Debbie.
yeah, it's already almost 5 minutes of this game, and both the teams are playing so safely and passively. But we might eventually see a drama onto the pot side.
Okay, Neko's Queen going to be caught out really low, was completely unaware of Shosen's positioning. And here, Granger doesn't manage to take down that crab, and now it's going to be a very even 5 versus 5 at the first turtle.
That's gonna be a contest coming up for both of these teams. They are looking for the first objective, but look at that.
Okay, the taunt coming in towards respect, but Gattacaja a little too deep, lose the retribution to ASAP Kelly as he will be stealing away the second turtle of the game. Mirio with those continuous walls, trying to deal some damage, which finds the kills on towards Dark,
Oh,
while Aaron on towards the back line takes it down. Gattacaja and even Mirio will be looking to zone them out even further. Carrie, one of the only survivors on towards the goal lane, will now be looking to take down the bottom lane, but she should realize the danger she is in, and of course she does, and backs off in safety.
what a third eye sense that we have right there onto the carry onto the pot side. And I would like this. It's a good trade, I would say, for IGN, but still, oh, Irithel. I mean, not the Irithel, but the carry. She's still not recalling, trying to save out the turret, but it might not be the best decisions because IGN are all full onto the bot side. They are eyeing to this turret. And maybe a compensation might be for impurity here onto the top side, but Respect is moving up for what? He's alone though, but that cavalry is just charging in.
Good use of the ultimate to take down that minion, and Mira here with a perfect wall to be used on towards the Battle Cuts of the Curtain Call, dealing quite a lot of damage onto World Chosen, but not enough to take any of them down. IGN here taking that 4 kill lead on their behalf. Those good backups and rotations coming in right on time. Now they'll be easily finding that tier 1, a complete reversal of what that initial team fight looked to be.
Yeah, this is a good lead and a comfortable position that's putting IZN in because 2K goalie even on this early stage of this game is going to be great for them because they can try to look for flanks because right now with the objective being secured by them like towers on into the top side and the mid and the bot side and the mid side as well. This is opening up a lot of potential for map control for them. The boosters are there. They can try to look for any kind of flanks, but onto the bot side there might be something here, Sarah.
Exactly. So and now as we can see toward the bot side, the AOG connects on towards two. Aaron gonna be taken down by Neko Scream. Dark's Curtain Call landing right on point, which was trying to look for that pull, but will have to back off. There's five people from the side of Impurity as Respect trades that 1 kill onto Aaron for the turtle. Fair trade, but then again, that's losing quite a lot of resources because Aaron is one of the main damage dealers.
Yeah, you do not want to lose out your goal in so very early on, even if he is a hero that's already farmed up. You want to keep this thing going on. You want to keep the economy going on, equalize it as much as possible. But then again, they are trading it out, compensating it for the turtle too. So even if they are losing the little bit of lead that they have, for Fusion Prime, they can have a chance for a space for the carry to farm up. But look at the bot side, there might be something here, a 1v1 situation going on. But both teams, they know that they need their teams to in order to take fights. They are very objective minded. They are not taking unnecessary fights all over the map. They're looking for trades all around. Okay. The RWM is being used, but there was a lot of Johnny coming out of jokes and he's just trying to zone it away with the rune of punishment. Then another turret will be onto the focus. It will be definitely taken down by Izzy, and so this is gonna be their fourth turret taken down, and none for Fusion Prime just yet. So the mid lane is already gone and wide open. The only base turret still standing here.
Exactly so. The mid tier 2 going down was quite a big mistake on the hands of Impurity because that is one of the most important turrets you don't want to lose. The side lane, the tier 2s are still up. The carry is trying to get whatever split she can. But with IGN's map awareness and Witch and Zozen's rotations, it's going to be pretty much impossible for her to find any kind of opening.
The opening is close up for IZ, and now the frontliners are too strong for them. But we have to focus on teaching on carry right now because he's just trying to play out the macro style even with a hero that's not really mobile. But then again, I feel like she can be a little bit successful in that because Witch is left to clear out. But the Lord is very onto the focus for IZ, and they will take the first Lord down into this 9 minutes of this game, and they are looking for something of a turret, very objectively played, very conservative as well. They are not even figuring out the position of the carry still.
Okay, there goes the glorious pathway to zone them out. Respect finds the Spear of Alpha. Dark trying to deal as much damage as possible. Once again, the
Oh,
AOG does connect onto two,
oh,
but again, there is going to be no backup. Look at Suyo being unable to engage. The barrage of crowd control coming in from the side of IGN. That's one frontliner down for the side of Impurity, and IGN here will be marching down with that Lord coming down the mid lane, and the turret shield is going to be broken down in just a few seconds.
oh, this is definitely gonna be broken and it's gonna be safe for the Lord to march down to the mid side without any hindrance. But then for Izzy and they can try to look for something on a fight here. There we go.
Okay, another glorious pathway being used up to clear down the minions. The Lord still looking very healthy. The real manipulation by Neko screams, I'm you. Does connect. Mirio, a little too deep, will be finally taken down by Chi Chi.
Oh,
Carrie, who finds the double onto respect, which has to back off. But Aaron, with the death Sonata, connects that,
oh,
finds the Sky Piercer's passive to take down Chi Chi, the main damage dealer. Team IGN here definitely traded out that Lord and respects depth for taking down the major damage dealer from Purity, thereby not letting them gain any lead in this game.
they looked, they found what they came for. They lose all their members, but still, they took two turrets into their hands and Izzy and very objectively playing this game very, very slowly as well. And they are not even overstaying, not trying to lose their lead, not trying to jeopardize any kind of economies by giving any kills to the side of the Impurity Esports here because they know that they are into the, for Impurity, they have a late game hero. But look at the top lane hero in trouble.
Okay, Mirio being caught out in the middle of three people, not the best position to be in. And it is Chi Chi who finds that kill, so definitely a good thing for her because now she does have the complete set of her Trinity. One Malefic gun away from dealing quite a lot of damage. And Team IGN, they have a very dive in kind of composition, will be looking to play it safe because if the carry gets some free hits, they are pretty much dead.
Yeah, we do not want to give the carry a free hit because the frontliners are not gonna be anything. It's gonna be like a paper for her if you give the carry a free hit, and with that build, like you mentioned, it's gonna be so much of a damage for IZ and frontliner to handle. So they have to be careful on how the matches are, how the position are gonna be played out here for IZN too, because the later the part of these phases of the game goes, the carry is gonna be so farm up that they might not have any kind of answer because only bits might be able to reach him too. So, ICN are actually in a predicament here because they cannot take the team fight because they do not know the position of the carry, or they cannot even start anything here because look at that, they are just trying to chase her onto the Lord.
Exactly, and are trying to provide as much of vision as possible to the side of impurity. But Team Hygiene is smart enough to bait out their resources, poke them down,
Oh,
take them down. But okay, a knockup coming in from the Lord on towards which they are trying to look for the engage. The AOG connects onto two, but the ultimate being used up. So you finally finds the kill on towards Mirio. She's here dealing some damage on towards respect, takes him down. Three members down for the side of IGN. Then Chi takes away
oh.
Lord. Aaron here trying to deal as much damage as possible to scrape some remains, but he's going to be caught out. There is some danger, but which he will be providing the backup he needs, and Nico's Queen will have to back off in 1 HP.
There was a 2v2 situation and it was too close for comfort and carry on top of this all. Even if she was thrown out, even if there was time when he wasn't able to get any kind of minions, he's been farmed up now. Because at this point, whoever comes in the front lines, he's gonna be chunking them down, shredding them time and again. And at this point, even Aaron might not be able to handle him. He needs the win of nature soon enough.
Exactly so. And here the Lord is marching down towards bottom lane. They did not find the tier 1 on the mid lane, so that's a sigh of relief for the side of Team IGN. They didn't lose their important turrets, but here the Lord is going to be chunked down pretty fast by Aaron and Respect. And that wasn't exactly very impactful from the side of Team Impurity, except for covering up that goal loss a bit and just staying in the game for a little bit longer until that carry can do some snowballing.
Yeah, this is where, Fusion Prime have the advantage. They can prolong this game as much as possible and try to take out Eve because Eve might eventually be the only problem here into the late game. So they can try to prolong this game and play around their carry. So possibly they can able to take down the DPS for the side of IZN, and then again these might be eventually their win conditions too. Because looking at the position so far, even Muriel hasn't been able to make any kind of sense because he's always been melted down with the CC there and the carry into the presence too. So they have to be careful. They have to stay grouped up together because their only solution is to take down this carry at this point. Because even if they are trying to look for the flanks here, the backliner, the kind of an re-engager on a Gatot Kata is always going to be available. But look at the position so far. They are trying to look for something maybe.
Exactly, Aaron trying to just get those pokes and those visions from his ultimate, trying to snipe them down and keep them low before a major team fight breaks out. That's a smart move. But then again, if you exhaust too much energy before a team fight, you're not gonna have any damage
Yeah.
during it. That's what happens with the majority of the Granger players. But here, as we can see, both of these teams are gonna be teaming up before the second and enhanced Lord comes up. That Suyo will really have to make an impact so far. 133, not really looking good for him, but if he can manage to steal away the second Lord of the game as well, that is where Team Impurity might have a chance at a comeback.
Yeah, that's gonna be the most key factor for impurity here. But then again, the position is better than IGN right now, and even Jai is in a position where he can find the spacing, the position of the side of IGN here yet again. So a fight might break out because this is going to be a very, very important Lord, and both of the teams are craving for it. They are thirsting for this Lord, so they are trying to look for a war zone here, maybe a bloodbath too.
Exactly, one third of Lord's HP turned down and then reset. IGN doing the Lord downs pretty well. Aaron, though he is still a little bit low and will have to play it safe to not get poked down by the Valentina and her real world manipulation. So, and Gigi definitely in a very safe position that is very commendable coming from her. But as we can see, Team IGN here do not seem to be trusting the Lord at the moment, and they are more focused on taking out the GG. But respect, gonna get caught out. The ALG
Oh,
connect, but the way the trunk in right on time. But Chichi finds the kill onto Words Respect, chase down the high loss as well. Onto with the backline, Neko Squim with a perfect positioning, locking them down with the real. But manipulator Mirio trying to fist crack on towards the wall, but not enough impact coming in. 3 down from the side of IG, and what a turn of events. Kelly losing his immortality as Tiki trying to deal some damage will have to back off. Aaron with too much poke, but it's an easy Lord. Team Impurity, stay down the Lord. It's very, very easy at the moment.
they came out on top with understanding their strength, or understanding what they can do with this kind of meta. But then again, the flicker.
She with the play on to Aaron, but will lose her life as well. A good sacrifice for her team right there as Impurity managed to take down the Lord. A very bold move to go right in Aaron's face and dodge the Rhapsody with that flicker, but she did not have the win. If she had it, she would have definitely survived that fight.
It would have been a very clutch moment for her too, and unfortunately, I mean not unfortunately, but she did a lot of damage, just giving her team to secure that log. Meanwhile, she's looking for something, trying to take down Aaron indeed. But yeah, it was a good team fight for Impurity East, but they did lose out their members, but IGN lost more. And at this point, even if they were looking for something here, a carry is always gonna be here. I feel like Aaron needs to have that win Chana, win of nature, in order to survive that onslaught or for that carry with the basic attack too. So he has to be careful. The position is there, the range that he has, so the backline is where he needs to stay. And even Respect isn't able to withstand that kind of damage coming up on the carry. So it's gonna be so hard for Izzy, and the tables have turned. They are the one actually hugging their towers, staying in into their base and not letting any kind of damage hit them, because whatever damage is going to be hitting them, the follow up is too much from the side of Impurity Esports, because we have seen the items, the builds, it's all full for them right now.
Exactly, going from a score of 0 to 6 to 11 to 11, that's quite a lot of comeback by the side of Impurity. Huge credit to that carry for carrying his team so well so
Yeah.
far. But IGN as well holding on so strong, taking down two lords one after the another without losing a single inhibitor, talks about their patience. They're taking their time, they're taking it slow here, but Nichols being a little getting poked out right there. Will have to back off because now it's going to be a very, very neutral fight coming in by both the teams.
Yeah, it comes down to where whoever makes the mistake is going to be taking this game, and it's anyone's game at this point. The ball, though, is definitely in the court of Impurity Esports because just because of their winning factor, the carry is still healthily available, and all the spells are there to for him. So even if he tries to go for the a backline dive with the flickers too, maybe there will be a chance that she will have a chance of survivability too, because the dread damage that she already built up is too much for IGN to handle. But yet again, we cannot forget the interest in discipline for ASEAN is might eventually be, giving them too much patience, and maybe Beauty will be losing their mind and just trying to dive in all at once, and maybe they can be a ton of event for ASEAN too. But then again, it's still gonna be hard because this is Impurity we are talking about. They are not gonna be overstaying. They're not gonna be overcommitting quite a lot. So we have to see what they are gonna be doing here because the Lord is up now, and both of the teams will be focusing it again because they want to contest this because they do not want to lose this game anytime soon.
Exactly. Carrie once again is in a good position. Spots Muriel and Muriel spots her, but they will both be backing off, not willing to lose any HP before the Lord. And look at Carrie, she's melting down the Lord here. Suya will have to join the team fight very soon. Got caught out very go. You're looking for that flicker engage. Here
Oh,
comes the glorious pathway as well as the flicker. And but ASAP Kelly takes away the retribution. Chi once again free hitting Dargon towards the backline, tries to find a kill. Respect will be taken down by Neko Scream. ASAP Kelly getting taken down by Aaron. Spots carry in the bush, but will he be able to get the kill? He doesn't.
oh,
Wind right on time. This time Aaron is the one who outplays Chi and Team Impurity being left with only two people alive. There comes the Wither Trunken, but not of any uses, which finds the unstoppable. Three members going to be charging down the mid lane once the Lord is down. Deadly.
it was so unfortunate for cheating onto the carry. It was so unfortunate to dive in when there are three members, but she doesn't know. Maybe she wasn't aware that Aaron already had the win of nature. Only one member for the side of Impurity here. The base might be into the focus for the side of IGN.
That is exactly it. IGN takes down the base, completely disregarding Dark out of the way. They take the victory. What a beautiful attempt by Chi-Chi and Dark in that game. Respect. His retributions were stolen away by Kelly, but then it's
Yeah.
Witch and Aaron. They made the difference. They made the outplay, studied the patterns, and took the victory in their own hands.
A simple little clutch play coming out from Aaron the Creator, just deciding right on time to pick out that win of nature in order to survive the carry, and he was able to do so. And Carry wasn't aware that there was a win chance, a win of nature for Aaron, and that might eventually be the downfall. The patience, the discipline coming out from both of the teams is immaculate because they were playing it very slow. Because even in this 90-minute game, the death count is still very low because 13 at 15. This is not the most death counts we have seen. It's one of the least death counts, and it just kind of shows that both of these teams are very very disciplined. They know and understand their heroes very very well, and even in the early game, even if Impurity, they crumbled a bit. They found their footing with the carry, but in the end, it was still IGN who outclassed them with that little item play. So they deserve this win for IGN. They're going to be moving forward.
Exactly so. The little last outplay by Aaron, he knew that Carrie's going to flicker right in, and that is where he used his Rhapsody right on spot and got the kill, and had the win chant coming right on time. That's what made the difference altogether. But along with that, Impurity, splendid effort by them trying to get that comeback right from the score of 0-6. Huge deal. But with that, that's game number 1, folks. We'll soon be back with game number 2, and it's going to be so fun to entertain us all. So don't go anywhere. Stick to the chat, grab your popcorns. We'll be right back.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny